Hi Aries, it's Lavender here to do your July 2023 tarot reading for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Stellium, or whatever house Aries falls in within your natal chart. That could be taking place here. So if you're unfamiliar with how I do my readings, I typically have a channeled message and then we get into the tarot spread, and I timestamp that in the description, so feel free to skip over this part if you're not interested. Um, but this is what I got for you when I was meditating on your energy. So the song that I got for you guys was Green Light by Beyonce. If you want to, you got the green light. Absolute classic. I used to listen to it all the time in like 2008. It was definitely my jam. So I'll let you interpret that how you would like to, as it will be different for all of you. The first symbolism that I got was actually Jesus on the cross with his head down like this. And I feel like this is giving a sort of sacrificial kind of martyrdom energy as well as a rebirth. So I kind of feel like there's an essence of transcendence within your energy, Aries, in July. I feel like there has been some sort of tremendous rebirth, I think, after a really long period of downtime. And I think that in July that's becoming very apparent. I feel like some people are also going to be throwing stones at you, kind of like assassination of character. I feel like people just don't really know how to handle this new you, and they have some things to say about it. But we all got haters, and that classic saying, even Jesus had haters, so it very well fits here. Your heart chakra is opening through all of this, as green is definitely emphasis, and that represents the heart chakra. Definitely allowing for you to be more vulnerable with people, show more love and compassion, have more unconditional love for yourself. That is something that's coming through. I think everything that you've been through, Aries, has allowed you to kind of open this space up even more. So that's very beautiful, although you do happen to have some haters that I think are coming through in July. But just brush it off. Just brush it off because it ain't no thing. So the next thing I got for you was mushrooms. So for me, I really see mushrooms as alchemists because of the way that they're able to take matter that is inorganic and eventually turn that into food for themselves and transmute it into organic matter. So, tar, plastic, things like that. Mushrooms are the only things that are able to break that down and turn it into organic matter. So, really, this represents taking the bad and turning it into good. And I feel like in July, that is something that we are seeing in your energy. Whether it had been a process that's been going on for a very long time, this is something that is coming forward in July and becoming apparent to you, not only yourself, but those around you. Also, mushrooms represent insight into the visionary world of spirits, ancestors, and the underworld. So you could be seeing nature spirits, mushroom people. I feel like your ancestors are really sending you messages this month, allowing you to receive really necessary downloads for your growth. And if you find yourself in this newfound energy, I think that some of that is to be thanked by your ancestors because they are helping you here. Also, the mushroom that I saw particularly was Liberty Caps, which are grown in Prince Edward Island. Possibly you could be traveling there, taking a vacation, or that could come up. But they're a black, kind of small tipped magic mushroom that grows there. And because they're dark, like they're black, this makes me think of possibly dark magic. I feel like some of you could be dabbling in dark magic, or just starting to get more acquainted with it in the month of July. Now, also, there could be people sending evil eye at you or dabbling in dark magic and trying to send that to you. And I'm not trying to scare you or anything. It's just something that came up to be aware of. So, and because the mushroom is black as well, it made me think of protective energy. So I feel like July is a great time to do lots of protective work and to really take care of your spiritual hygiene, as it will I think it will go a long way in the month of July. Mushrooms also represent prosperity, new chances, and personal rebirth. So, exactly what we were talking about here. A need for hard work, determination, self actualization, introspection, good luck, transformation, and enlightenment. Completely in line with what we were talking about. Then I saw a lighthouse. So lighthouses represent beacons of light, hope, and security. I feel like you are moving into a more secure space in the month of July. Provides you guidance for safe passage, which I think is representative of your ancestors here that are helping you through this time. Lighthouses deal with navigation, strength. They're meant to withstand powerful storms, and I feel like you having gone through this is a great representation of the lighthouse because you are still standing after such a stormy process. They can also represent danger. So if you feel at any point that, I think my cat, that might have been my cat, but I'm not sure. He usually comes to the door. So if you feel at any point that you are in danger, it is very important for you to listen to your inner voice, listen to your guides, and be sure to keep yourself out of harm's way. Represents religious faith, isolation, alertness. I think that you are becoming a lot more centered in the month of July, really putting more hope into your religious faith here. And as far as isolation goes, you may be spending time to really connect with self, but I do feel like you could have been in a bit of an isolation period already. It represents alertness, the end of a journey. So here we are getting to safe passage after a very long, tumultuous journey for Aries. Then I got a vision of the whale, which represents magnificence, communication, music, protection, transformation, psychic abilities, preparing for tremendous accomplishments, and breaking new ground. I think in July, you are going to be doing something very groundbreaking. Whether you realize this or not, people are going to be perceiving this as such. And I would say get ready for positive accomplishments coming in your way. Now, I also saw Northern Lights. I don't know if I said depth and personal vision coming forth, but that is something as well with the whale that I think is very significant for you, Aries. With the Northern Lights here, the Northern Lights typically represent departed ancestors, and I think that your departed ancestors are bringing in downloads for you. As well with the heart chakra here, of course, this has to do with the heart. I think the circulatory system. So, anybody that needs to watch out for their cholesterol, don't go two balls to the wall here, get your heart beating real fast. Just pay attention to that. And if you're having circulation issues, this could also represent having issues with the heart chakra. So Aries, that has been your channeled message. So let's get into the reading, the tarot reading. Don't mind if I do. I'm gonna hit my little vape here. It happens to be mint. And I know that mint is used for warding off negative energy, warding off negative entities. Carrying mint around is something, even for spell work, that is very useful for doing that. So that might be something that you can keep in mind. All right, Aries, let's do this damn thing. All right, Spirit, please connect me with my Aries collective to help give them the most clear, accurate reading for the month of July for their higher self and everyone involved. Any and everyone. All right, Spirit, let's see. For Aries, for the first month of July, what do we have? I'm going to get 2 cards for each. So we have Knight of Pentacles for the first week of July. And the Hierophant and the 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Very beautiful energy. For the second week of July, please, for my Aries collective, we have 6 of Wands. Oh, I think it was this. And 8 of Pentacles. Wow, lots of Pentacle energy in the month of July. That is financial things, that is making money, that is skill set. Third week of July, we have Temperance. And for my Aries collective, what else? And the Hermit. Wow. Interesting. And last week of July for my Aries collective, please. Last week of July, we have 9 of Pentacles. And last card, 2 of Swords. All right, Aries, we have, this is really interesting energy. It's very stable and grounded type of energy for the month of July. I feel like you really have your go-getter vibe starting to really take place here. For the month, we have 10 of Cups, King of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. Yes, there is a little bit of conflict here when it comes to maybe an action not being taken. But I think that's in regards to you. I think you are turning something down that may cause some conflict. So with the 10 of Cups here, this is emotional fulfillment. This is not only emotional fulfillment within the self, but also with others. This is a sense of peace within the soul and getting along with other people. I feel like within your financial sector, in the month of July, you're going to start seeing more money come in. And I think that that is something that is going to help you be fulfilled. In the month of July, within your financial sector here, I think that you are coming up very strong as the King of Pentacles here, very stable, very motivated, very dedicated. And I think that you're looking good. You are coming off very well put together. You're taking adequate steps. If there's something that needs to be done in the month of January, you're making sure that it's done right. Also, with collaborations with others and the Ace of Pentacles here, I feel like a lot of people are going to want to work with you. If you are any type of artist, people are going to want to collaborate with you. I feel like in the month of July, there is a big emphasis on taking the world around you and crafting it to your liking. Maybe something that you haven't been doing as much, because I think you've had a long period of downtime here. When we get the symbolism of Jesus Christ, definitely for me, it seems to entail having gone through the ringer, as we know he did, and coming out ascended, having learned spiritual lessons. I'm particularly not super religious. Like I wouldn't consider myself a Christian. I was born Catholic, yes, but I kind of just float around, do my own thing. But I still value the information that as a spiritual group, they bring to the table. I might not particularly believe in certain things about that, but I certainly don't dismiss or disregard some of the messages within. So I think that's why that symbolism had come forward for me. You could be investing in something here. You're definitely being offered, I think, a new source of income by the divine. You are being gifted this. You are being, possibly you could be investing in something. This is a new ability to generate more income coming into your life, not only by yourself, but I think involving others as well. So that's a very interesting energy for the month of July. So we're going to start with the first week of July here. We have Knight of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the 10 of Pentacles. Very interesting. So let's start out with something that you've been working very hard on. I am seeing some sort of dedication, I think, towards growing your legacy here. It may have started out very slow moving for you, but I'm starting to see that it's making leeway because of this dedication. You definitely have tunnel vision in regards to whatever it is that you've been trying to grow here. You have made sure that even if you've been very slow along the pace here, to get to your destination, you have made sure that you've taken adequate action to help grow this thing. And I think that it's going to be very fruitful for you. I feel like this may be some sort of business venture. There also could, if this is any type of spiritual business that you're growing here, or some space within an organization or an institution here, you're starting to move up in the ranks, and I think that you're starting to see the fruits of your labor come forward here. You may even be able to help those around you based on whatever this is coming in the first week of July. Now, you also could have an opportunity from there could be a Taurus individual coming in here, Aries, to help build something with you. This doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. This could be some sort of spiritual teacher as well, wanting to help you, it's not so much collaborate as it is, could be wanting to invest in you. This could be someone that is seeing your potential here and wanting to offer you something long-term within your business sector. Let's pull for the first week. Okay, so actually, with the door to romance here and the contract, okay, so this individual could either have Taurus placements, they could come off Taurian, someone who is very stable, slow moving, methodical in their approaches, someone who may even have a bit of an old school way of doing things. They really believe in doing things by the book. If it comes to a relationship here, I feel like this individual really values the essence of commitment, and whatever is being offered to you here has a very stable, intentional energy around it. With this door to romance here, I feel like whatever you've done within this healing sector, it is allowing romance to enter your life here. And whereas you may have been used to having disappointments in love, I think that you might have a little bit of an easier time here. Now, for those of you where this is a work thing, you are drawing in more romance because of your dedication to self. And this is, I think at first you weren't really sure in which direction to move, but because of your dedication to your craft here and your slow working, tireless energy towards getting the job done, you're starting to take off and move in a brand new direction. So this could either be someone coming forward within a work scenario to help, to try to build something with you, to offer you something, maybe even a certain contract here. Whereas there could be some anxiety around love and around money, but just know that it's completely unfounded because this looks very positive, very reliable, and stable. So we love that for you, Aries. So, second week of, sorry, I'm not done. Yeah, you're really building something here. You're really starting to see the fruits of your labor, and this something that you've been working on is actually going to become a legacy for you. You're definitely building something that's going to make quite an impact and have a long lasting energy that's going to be around. So that's very nice for the first week of July. Second week of July, here we have the Six of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like in the second week of July, you could be doing something that is going to have you in the public eye. You're going to be looked at very favorably. I think that you've been working, once again, with this Pentacle energy. There is so much hard work put in, as well as passion. This is not something that you just achieve overnight. This is something that you have been working on. There's been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it. There's been a lot of studies. I'm kind of picking up on the energy of someone when they put in 10,000 hours of something, you know, how they become a expert in that area. This is kind of the vibe that I'm getting here. I feel like whatever it is that you're receiving recognition for, people are looking up to you, and some people even want to learn from you in regards to this. There's definitely going to be some sort of accomplishment after, sorry, an overcoming of obstacles when it comes to something here. Let's pull this forward. Oh, it's patience. Having, you've been so balanced here. And whereas before, I think it's all about healing. This is what this is. You've done such an immense healing. Like, I think I tried to do your reading 2 times before this and it didn't work. I know my nails are so short. They were long and then they started to break off, so I just did it. Now they're short and here we are, but irrelevant. But when I saw them, you know, I like to keep my nails long, so it was just annoying. But so bear with me. The healer of ages here, it was reversed. It's like you are in such a healing energy right now, and even more healing is available to you because I feel like, Aries, you're growing at a very exponential rate here. The patience that you had in regards to healing some traumas or pain within the heart space here, you're finally starting to see the fruits of your labor after all this hard work. And what it is it's bringing in success and love and money to you, because we can try our hardest, you know, in certain areas of life, but when we are not fully healed, we simply cannot attract and bring in as much money as we want. As much money, as much love, as much success as we want. But once we start to work into this healing space and we have this dedication to ourselves, this patience that comes along with time and healing all wounds, essentially, as we start to shed those things, we become an unstoppable light force. So green light is coming through, and I'm feeling like the green having to do with the heart chakra is very, very significant. I might try to keep this reading around a half hour or so that I don't go too balls to the wall with it. But yeah, you're being recognized in the second week of July for people are looking at you very favorably. People are looking up to you. People are seeing all the hard work that you put in, and you're getting recognition for this. So in the second week of July, I think people are going to be maybe taken aback by all the growth you've gotten. You will be celebrated. Because there's so much growth coming in here. You may even have a counterpart coming in, Aries. Could be a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, because we have this and we have the Queen of Swords here. But I mean, you've been getting very strict and logical about your healing process here. You've been making sure that you are dotting your I's, crossing your T's, and you've been navigating through this space of the unknown. You've been listening to your intuition. You've been setting boundaries when necessary. And I feel like you weren't even sure, but the faith that you've had in the divine here is what has made this such a magical transformation for you. And I do feel as though someone may be coming in wanting to offer you maybe a love offer, some sort of growth here. But as you come up as the Empress here, this is just absolutely gorgeous. This is not only beautiful and seductive and nurturing, but it's very prosperous. And this is the type of energy that you have been embodying and will be embodying in the month of July. But there are still some things that you don't know. There are still some things in which you are kind of navigating under a bit of a moonlight lens, right? So as you're making your way through the travels of life, there are still some mysteries. There are still some unknowns here. And I mean, that's completely necessary. But I feel like you're relying very heavily this month on logicality and tangibility of getting things done and your skill set. And I think this is serving you very, very well. I think you've been intuitively guided to do this, and it's for good reason. I feel like your spiritual gifts are coming through very much so. Some of you could be doing something to do with communication. And in the second week of July, that is going to be very well received by those around you. But I do get the vibe that some people are haters. There is definitely a hater amongst you, and they're keeping it hidden. This hater is keeping it hidden. We gotta pull in the hater. Who's the hater though? Who's the hater? They just feel like they need to defend themselves. This could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here that feels like you left them out in the cold. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini individual. They feel that they have to defend themselves, maybe because they're threatened by the light that you're giving off and how bright it is. They don't really know how to deal with it, but they're being a hater on the low, and I don't know if they're even going to come forward to you. This kind of seems like salty energy in the back. So that's something that could be taking place in the second week of July. Third week of July, we have the Temperance and we have the Hermit. So I feel like some of you, in the third week of July, you may start to really focus more on your healing. I get the vibe that you guys have maybe been in isolation. You go out for a little while, you kind of charge up your social battery, and then back into your isolation space here for more spiritual downloads or just downtime for yourself. There is an angelic presence about you. I think there's a very wise, majestic energy about you. I feel like you shine, although even you are the lone wolf, Aries. This is something that is very true about most Aries placements, right? Because Aries sometimes can get a bad rap for being selfish, but that is Aries' superpower. That is Aries' superpower as the first sign of the zodiac here, or the infant of the zodiac. The ability to focus on self and put self first is actually very efficient and helpful if we don't overdo it, right? So, but yeah, with this temperance and the hermit, sorry, my throat. You're allowing yourself to be cleansed when you need to be cleansed. You're allowing yourself to really absorb this newfound information and knowledge that is so valuable to you, Aries. You're allowing yourself to take a break from community when needed, allowing yourself to get just enough. I kind of get the vibe that maybe your social battery in the third week of July is kind of starting to tap out. Now, if you're dealing with a Virgo individual, I feel as though maybe if you're starting to let's pull, let me actually, before I say this, yeah, there could be a Virgo individual here that you're starting to make amends with in the third week of July, possibly. Or if you're starting to see a Virgo individual, there's a very there's an emphasis on going very slow in the beginning. Your heart space is opening up greatly. There is whatever negative storms have happened in the past, whatever negative scenarios that have happened in the past, those things are on their way out. You are kind of in a smooth sailing type of era. It's definitely giving lucky girl syndrome. I feel like you may see this person while you are out and about. And I think this is maybe how this starts to come back together. If there is a Sagittarius individual that you are starting to, you might meet a Sagittarius while you're out as well within the community. And I think that this person might really, really want to hang out with you. But I think you're going to want to take the time to spend on your own because although you are healing, you are not fully healed. Also, I get there's definitely an emphasis on angels here and archangels. So you could be working with archangels in the third week of July. I almost said March or May. So I don't know what that means for anyone. But yeah, you're starting to feel and see things so much more deeply. You're getting very connected to source here. And that's your karmic justice for you to move forward here. It's your karmic justice for you to move forward here and shine in the way that you always had to. I feel like there have been some serious things that have kept you very, very down. And those things are now being let go of. There's this new doorway that you're moving forward and you're able to stand up and be the you that you've wanted to be for so, so long. And this is your karmic justice. You're getting rid of the things that you don't need within your space here. And you're even getting vengeance on those who wronged you. And I don't really think it's particularly something that you've sought out, but I really think that your glow up is just so intense that people are feeling it. There could be some sort of conflict here with a Cancer or a Libra individual. I feel like there could be someone who, let's see here. There's something to do with moving forward here and possibly there could be a Libra that is trying to move forward with you here, and there's some sort of whether this is them or you who decides not to act on moving forward. This may cause some conflict here, or let me see. There's a sort of balancing of the scales taking place here. Yeah, maybe an action not taken, or possibly there could be some sort of conflict here that leads you to want to move much, much slower. in any connection that you may have maybe starting to deem as, you're just trying to see if it's worth your while. I feel like you don't want drama, because there could be a little bit of drama here. Somebody starting to pick at you. This could be a Sagittarius, Virgo, Libra, or Cancer individual. I think that you might start to kind of just back it up and go chill for a bit. But I am seeing you. Let's pull here on this conflict. Some cards on this conflict. Conflict, please. Yeah, somebody is jealous of a connection that you have with someone. And there's some hateration going on here. There's some conflict. There's somebody blaming you because someone likes you or because they don't trust another. And they're trying to make you out to be the bad guy. But really, all this does, I think, is put a small standstill on this relationship. Who is this? Who's the hater? This could be a Pisces. Or just someone who needs to see things from a different perspective. Whatever's even taken place here, it's like someone is just filled with toxicity, negativity here. And I think they're projecting. And I think they're the type of individual that feels good about causing drama. So that's lame. Extremely. But what can you do, right? Suck is going to suck. So yeah, just prepare for maybe a little bit of conflict in the second and third weeks of July. Like I said, I think people are trying to throw stones at you. I feel like people are trying to talk about your character and say all these things, but the truth always comes out in the wash. And just continue to be yourself. Don't switch up for anybody. Don't let yourself get out of character for these nobodies, and everything will work itself out. So in the last week of July here, we have the Two of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Why am I thinking that you're considering maybe starting something with someone? I get this vibe that this standstill has taken place, but you're thinking to yourself, do I want to be single anymore? Oh yeah, another thing about the third week of July here, people could be talking about you based on your decisions to maybe step away and heal yourself and take time for yourself. We kind of did touch on this, but I get the vibe that some people may be saying that you're selfish and da-da-da, but it's like, no, I just know when enough is enough, and you don't need to explain to anybody what you're doing, because that's your life. So yeah, last week of July here, we have there could be a little bit of a wait taking place when it comes to some money coming in. But I kind of get the vibe that you're starting to think, yeah, with the happy family and the community, I think you're starting to think, if you're someone who isn't already in a relationship here, you may be wanting to take action in regards to someone here, this happy family. This could be someone that has children. This card represents sometimes what do you call that? Someone who already has children coming together with someone who maybe already has children or doesn't, kind of thing. So I feel like with this card, with the action here, you're considering whether you want to take action or if you want to stay in this space of singledom, or focus more on your career. But and I think the only reason, Aries, why you're considering do you want to stay single is because of some freaking shit disturber that is coming in, starting drama right away with the hopes of tearing this relationship down. And I mean, that's lame, but you're going to make your decision based on where you are in life, right? Also, this could be, a delay maybe within money here, or deciding, even if you want to have more friends in your life here, you're having a bit of a hard time deciding whether you want to move forward, even with friendships, maybe not just relationships, could be platonic relationships as well. Can we pull some more on this? Yeah, but there will be healing. It's looking positive with the star here. We've got Aquarius energy coming out. This person could have Aquarius in their chart. But yeah, this is so cute. I think that what's going to be cut out will be cut out. There is a renewal of hope, I think, within this space. Because I think you're walking away now to maybe explore your creativity, your romantic options, and start manifesting happiness here. Moving on to calmer waters. And so I am seeing that, but I do see a bit of hesitation in the last week of July because I think you're just trying to make sure that you don't make a bad decision here that's going to affect you, which is not a bad idea. Oh. Woman holding a coin, walking away, door to romance. Contract. Okay, well, listen. I think if someone's coming in for you in the month of July, this individual perhaps, I think this person here wants the real deal, wants commitment. I think this person wants to offer you something beautiful and long lasting. But there could also be a female coming in here or just a feminine energy to help you build and make money. But this is only after walking away from something. So we have walking away twice. Walking away from what, Spirit? Maybe overgiving. Sorry, I need another clarifier. Walking away from what, Spirit? Ten of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. So, I think you're walking away from maybe loneliness here. Moving into a space where you feel more charitable, more ready to maybe come together with someone. You're moving away from strictly focusing on financial, and I think you're starting to maybe think about focusing more on other things. Now, this is, of course, in the tarot deck, this is moving away from the focused on finances more so, and then moving into more of a spiritual path here. I feel like you're just changing directions and maybe moving into a space of more, you're letting go of money over everything vibe, and you're starting to, after a period of rest here, I think you're starting to get into all that cute fuzzy wuzzy positive stuff. So that loving energy, because the door to romance here has been opened, and with contract below that, this could even be someone that you work with. This could be something big, right? There's a certain contract coming in for you now, whether this is a spiritual contract or real. Blessing and burden. Now, for some reason, this feels like a burden to you as well as it may feel like a blessing. And with integrating here, it's like, I think that maybe you've just been focused on other things for so long that you have possibly an inability to trust. Maybe that might be something that you're working on. Like I said, your heart space is starting to open, but it isn't fully open yet. So I definitely think that in this sense, it feels like a blessing. But there will be a situation here that I think is going to change your perspective here with the catalyst. And you're going to be making room for more love within your life. And that might just be a partner. I was guided to say for some of you, this could always also happen when a certain woman starts to walk away. This could be someone who's causing trouble as well within your newfound relationship or trying to meddle behind the scenes. So, good for you, Aries. I really like that reading, although there's been a little bit of bullshit. It's okay. You're going to receive tons of recognition. You're putting in a lot of work this month for your stability. And not only that, I think you have someone coming in. And last month for you, we had, you're going to be speaking your truth a lot this month as well. You're going to be letting your voice be heard, and that's going to draw in your tribe. But last month, we had a lot of love energy as well. And so, it's making its way, it's spilling over into July as well. Lots of romance and fun, sexy stuff. So thank you so much, Aries. That's been your July reading, and I will see you in a couple weeks for a pick a card, or gosh, who knows when. And I'll see you next month for your reading.